When it comes to the Indian cricket team and the squad that was picked for the ICC T20 World Cup in the West Indies and the USA, the first major thing that came up was pace versus spin. India have got 4 spinners. Is that a luxury? Is it a curse? Are the conditions in the West Indies going to help spinners? Let us not dwell too much into the US leg, because we know that in the US leg, India will just go through, and the super 8s from the West Indies period will be the major factor here. Because in this squad, India have 4 spinners. But will pace or spin determine what happens to India in the West Indies? Because the Super 8 stage is going to be very crucial. And India are playing in 3 venues: Barbados, St. Lucia, and the Vivian Richards ground in Antigua, North Sound. Now, consider whatever has happened in this particular period of time. 2010 onwards, ever since the first T20 World Cup was held in the West Indies, from that period till now, there has been a compilation of what does well there in T20s, pace or spin. Now, the numbers that are there for each and every venue is very different. Let's look at Barbados. The Kensington Oval in Barbados is considered as one of the bogey grounds for the Indian cricket team, because they have just won probably 2 or 3 international matches in their entire decade that you have played there, in the entire period of cricket that you have played there. So, if you look at pace, Barbados is a pace-friendly tech. 184 wickets at an economy rate of 7.9 and a strike rate of 18.4. This is all since 2010, ever since the T20 World Cup in 2010. So, wickets, if you look at it, pace dominates in Barbados. Economy of 7.9. But look at the spin factor. 103 wickets, but the economy rate is 6.7. Now, what are you going to do in Barbados? Are you going to play 2 spinners, 3 spinners, or you're content with playing only 1 spinner? That is the question that India will have to ask when they play their game against New Zealand at the Kensington Oval. 184 wickets, will you want to look at the overall wickets? Do you want to look at the economy? 7.9 versus 6.7. Strike rate, pacers have a better strike rate. Spinners don't have that much of a good strike rate. 18.4 versus 22. The Indian team management will have to really think about what they want to play as their bowling composition in Barbados. Now, as far as Antigua is concerned, now first time ever India will be playing a T20I in Antigua, because they have played ODIs, they have played tests at the Vivian Richards venue, but they have not played a T20I there. So, you look at the pace factor, nothing much to decide in between that. 94 wickets, 71 wickets by spinners. Economy rate 6.8 versus 6.6, negligible. 18.3, 20. Here at Antigua, you can play a combination of 2 or 3 spinners and 3 fast bowlers. Maybe the balance will give you that, because when you look at it 6.6 and 6.8, it doesn't give you much. But unfortunately, when you look at North Sound, the sample size, let me just tell you, all the lesser known nations have played at North Sound. The likes of Argentina, Panama, Belize, all those things, Bahamas have played there. Only South Africa and Zimbabwe, the 2 established nations, have played at North Sound Antigua. So, that is why India will be looking to ensure that the balance is maintained at the Vivian Richards venue. But what about St. Lucia? Because at Antigua, you're going to play against Sri Lanka, but against Australia at St. Lucia. Beausejour International Stadium or the Darren Sammy Stadium in St. Lucia, 137 wickets by pace, 76 by spin. It's almost double. Pacers have taken more wickets at St. Lucia than the spinners. Economy rate of 7.6, economy rate of 8.4. 19.8, 26.5. You can definitely see that pace has got an X factor in St. Lucia. So that is why, will you once again alter the combination? You will have to alter the bowling combination when you have to look at St. Lucia. When you look at even Barbados, Antigua is the only place where you can potentially get in all your spinners in play, because Antigua pace and spin is almost the same. St. Lucia is not that, because St. Lucia pacers have taken more than double the wickets that spinners have taken, almost, if you were to look at it. Economy rate, much better. Strike rate, much better. So pace, the key in St. Lucia and Barbados. Spin is going to help you only in Antigua. Perhaps that is the situation. So the Indian cricket team have a lot on their plate when you have to look at it. Do they play 2 or 3 spinners in the West Indies? US, you can forget it, because Rohit Sharma himself stated that the venues, you don't know how it's going to be. Lauderhill might be a slow deck, but then you're playing a lesser known nation. But in Kensington Oval, Barbados, you're playing New Zealand. Vivian Richards ground, you're playing Sri Lanka, and Australia is in St. Lucia. So there, your bowling has to be spot on. Because if you look at it, 16, 21 and 22, 21 was a mixture of batting and bowling, 22 was also a mixture of batting and bowling, 16, your bowlers let you down. So the bowling has to be really spot on. One hopes that the Indian team picks the right combination of bowlers. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. Bye-bye.